Peace, and more peace. What is going on, people, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Hot Mango Seed Podcast, where we drill down to the seed, we peel back the layers, and we cover all kind of topics relating to entrepreneurship, to the gaming industry, marijuana industry, cryptocurrency. Did I say marijuana? Music
twice, though it's all good.
Music and more. All jokes aside, my name is LaRue. I'm joined with the Hot Mango Seed crew. To my far right, the king of all kings, King T.
Y'all know what time it is. Have no fear. The king is here.
The super producer and the beast that you hear in the background, Henny Skywalker.
Hello.
The VI Massive, the one and only Soldier Bless.
Yo, Soldier Bless, never stress.
Yes, and the international botanist, Rob Raider.
Hello, world.
Jeez, Dion one today, boy.
Hello.
Henny and Rob.
Henny and Rob, that's it. 2 peas in a goddamn pod.
It's so great to be back, man, for episode number 7.
Number 7.
Yes,
Lucky
it's
number 7.
You know, it's been a great couple of weeks, man. We have had some amazing shows. I got to say, like episode 5, we had Jace Cook. He was a guest on our show.
Shout out Jace. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
AA up.
Shout out to
Cool
Jace
folk.
Cook. Yeah. What's that?
Cool. He's cool folk.
Yeah, he's real. Was that your first time meeting him too?
Yeah, first time.
Okay.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, he talked about his movies he has on Amazon, City Beautiful, as well as Beautiful Horrors Volume 1. I actually watched City Beautiful this weekend too.
Yeah?
That's a good movie.
Good.
Yeah.
You see
How'd
me
you
in
like
it?
it?
You weren't in it, and I loved it. I loved it. I almost thought you were in it though, because I know you were in the other film.
No, they might say they see me in Star Wars, but that's a lie.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah. So then the week after that, episode 6, we had the Pip Dealer, aka DJ J Mob.
Mob.
He took us down the Forex trading rabbit hole.
Yeah, mad informative.
Yo.
A lot of
Teaching
stuff.
people how to make money.
Yeah. Ooh,
Exactly.
my bad.
Exactly.
And yo, I can't lie. Ever since that episode, I've been back down the Forex trading rabbit hole.
Yeah, we go.
Like it's too much money to be made out
A lot of
here,
money.
man, to not be doing it. And so shout out to my boy Darius. You know, my boy Darius, who I see at the gym. He's also doing Forex trading, man, and he stays on me, bro. He shouted us out too. He said he checked out that Forex episode. He liked it.
Yeah?
Big up.
Yeah, he
That's
likes
what's up.
y'all. I said y'all ain't all that, but he's like, no, they are, and I was like, no, they're not. But
Uh-huh.
Let the man think what he think be.
real talk, like he always is on me. He's like, yo, you know, if you really want to do it, man, you got to be dedicated. And
Seriously, I mean, especially with Forex and how deep it goes. If you're not depth or knowledgeable on the topic, you could lose big money. Like you lose your
Quick.
rent, you lose your mortgage, like easy. So always be willing to put in something that you're willing to lose. You know what I mean? the
That's
big thing.
any investment. Never
sure.
invest money you need back right away.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's one of those, I need it before the rent comes, you are messing up before you even start.
Yeah, it's international money. International money.
It's
Man.
got to be money you could walk away from.
Seriously.
man, when I was a young guy, I'll go take my whole check to the club, knowing my rent's due.
Yeah, but I don't think that's an investment.
Yeah, that's
man.
not investment.
Oh, we're not okay.
You invest in your lifestyle. No, it's an investment. An investment
is,
in your
it's
lifestyle.
kind of
When I went to the
investment.
strip club,
You invest in your lifestyle. I mean, you might not pay out.
Exactly.
But,
You pay out. It don't pay you.
But then you trying to catch something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you know,
saying?
you
Yeah.
know.
No, the way you gotta do, player.
No, but yeah. So we've had some really great episodes, man, and we just been diving through all kind of different topics, and it's wild to think that we are halfway through 2024.
Good.
Insane.
Really
Good.
quick before we proceed, like I just want to let everybody see. Y'all see my hat?
Yeah.
You like this?
Hey, it's smooth.
Let me tell you.
Right?
Right? Let me tell you. I get this hat on DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Wait a minute.
Out of all places.
Yeah.
How you get it on DoorDash?
So I had this party and thing to go to, and I needed a good hat, and so I start looking up on where to get a good hat, and I see DoorDash was like the #1 selection.
Insane.
I dead
For
seriously,
hats?
yeah.
Not Amazon,
no,
DoorDash.
I dead serious. So I see the hat, I click it on DoorDash, went into the app,
Yeah.
order it like it's like food coming to your door.
What?
It come right to my door, and they hang it right on my door.
That's crazy.
That's fire.
And it take 20 minutes, so they went to the store.
No one's ever talked about
Yeah.
the service.
You're lying.
I
20
know,
minutes?
boss. I'll show you my receipt.
Uh-huh.
I dead serious. This is from DoorDash. B. So
Shout out to DoorDash.
if you need a little 1-2 accessories and you don't have the means to go get it because you're getting ready, DoorDash the accessory to yourself. This is a Soldier Bless tip.
What?
So they dashing for anything right
Hey,
now.
anything.
What do you mean I can order a whole fit?
You could order
Yeah.
a whole. They'll go do your individual shopping for any article you have and substitutions on what you have, and then they'll bring it to your door and leave it right
They
to you.
dashing for you.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
for
life hack right there.
That is.
you. Hey, Soldier Bless go figure it out if they have a way. You know what I mean? So
That's wild, man.
So I
Thank
don't
you.
boy, proceed.
And
I
now
just
you
want to
know.
let y'all know.
Yeah,
Looking like
there we
Pharrell
go.
in this bitch.
Fire.
For real, man. And you know what's wild is, we're halfway. We're getting ready to be in July next week.
Tomorrow.
Week. Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, for
We
real.
tripping. It is, right?
Yeah.
Just
Hope
tomorrow.
y'all paid y'all rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's early.
We ain't gonna be on
Rent,
Mine's early.
mortgage, car note, all that.
Yeah.
But it's just wild to think of this year. It's halfway through, and we've experienced so much, and let's take you back down memory lane. We started off the year with Cat Williams.
The catalyst.
Say that.
The catalyst. Of
He set
all
off
this
a
madness.
he set off a nuclear bomb of entertainment explosives.
Yo.
Just what?
Catopolis.
Catopolis
started
for
it.
real. This man,
I like that.
this man would be regarded as the Nostradamus of our time.
Real talk.
Seriously,
real.
this man predict the future accurately. If you ask me,
Yo,
yeah, Cat Williams is a prophet, and I feel like just because the way how
He
he
a
delivered,
Virgo.
oh, Lord.
Virgos are kind of crazy.
Hey,
So
man,
it makes sense.
that
It adds
Virgo's
up.
crazy as hell, though.
Virgo gang.
Yeah. Well, shout out to my niece. Love you, Vicky. Yeah, I mean, she's a now you.
Yeah, he's trying to clean it up. But that was January 3rd.
Yeah.
That's when Cat Williams was on the Shay Shay show.
Right off
Shay
the
Shay.
top.
Club Shay Shay.
Club.
Yeah,
Shay.
Club
Club
Shay
Shay
Shay,
Shay.
right?
Shay.
So then later in February, that's when Lil Rod came out with the allegations about Diddy.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang,
so
that was
that's
February?
That was February.
Right after.
So also in February, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
Boo.
Usher had the dang.
Raiders all day.
That's true.
Hey, Rob Raider.
Rob Raider.
Make it easily known.
But then Usher performed at the Super Bowl.
Yo, speaking of Usher, tonight he's supposed to get awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award for the BET Awards they're having tonight.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
dope.
that's
Hey,
good.
shout
Yeah,
out
yeah,
Usher, you know what I mean?
yeah.
For
Big
real,
up to
dog,
Usher.
you know what I mean?
I know plenty of people have had some really good fun listening to some of his music.
Oh yeah.
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 And some babies too.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of babies made off of Usher's music, man. He,
There's a
he
good
probably
shit.
helped populate a good portion of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Youngsters out here.
Yeah. Some Usher babies out there.
Yeah, Usher
Yeah.
baby,
Definitely.
stand up. You already know.
Usher
But,
babies.
yeah, but that's dope. He's gonna get his lifetime
Seriously.
achievement, well deserved.
Yeah.
But he performed at the Super Bowl, and man, when he grabbed on Alicia Keys' bride, I feel like every man in America was like, man, if I was Usher for a second.
Exactly. Who wouldn't want to grab one?
What?
Alicia?
Yeah, Alicia, that's
You don't know what we talking about.
I
do
saw
you?
it.
With respect, though.
I saw
with
it.
respect. With respect.
So there's always that one person will. He was getting so
Yeah,
close.
man, yeah, you gotta do it. If
Smelling
you,
everything.
if you take the step, you gotta go all the way. You can't half step.
Hey, shout out to
There was a
Usher,
lot
but
of Swiss Beats memes from.
Seriously,
Oh.
hey,
Yeah.
shout out Swiss Beats though, because the way how Swiss handle it, that's a real man right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like this man
yeah.
didn't let none of that noise get to him and all of that.
Two
She's an
performers.
entertainer and
Yeah,
she's a
two
performer.
performers,
Not
yeah.
me.
So they
nah.
was doing that. Yeah. So you would have been mad about
Hell
that.
yeah.
Jeez,
Really?
this
Even though
man
you
can't
know
let
your
his
wife
gal
is in
shine.
the industry and this kind of things happen.
I would have been waiting right by the stage. Usher,
Whoa.
Usher, come on.
LaRue,
I ain't gonna put hands on him. I'm gonna just say, bro.
Serious conversation.
You go Will Smith the man
disrespect,
because he doing his thing, B. You know what I mean? Like
No,
don't do
that's
that,
not.
man.
I mean, it was. There's always that one person. It was too much.
Yeah,
and he got personal with it. But
gotta be into it,
once
you know?
again, Alicia Keys is an entertainer.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I tell my students at the school, like, it's hard to keep relationships in the entertainment industry because most people don't understand that you work in it. It ain't about, being on stage trying to do something bad. It ain't about, I'm out till 3 a.m. We in a studio. We in a club performing. It's work.
Seriously.
It might look like nothing but fun to everybody, but so Swiss understands that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm
shout out to Swiss for that.
all jokes aside, it was the red dress. The red dress was just like
It was on
she
point.
can't go nowhere in that red dress for me. Like
I mean, red anything you
Well,
can't
now
go
he
wrong.
don't like red, so you know.
well,
red
it's
is-
not even about the red. You see the dress. The dress was
Nah.
was
It was forming.
was wearing
It
her.
was fit. It
Like,
was fit.
Yeah. But anyways,
All right. Yeah.
He would have laid hands on us.
He would have lay hands, he would have knocked us shabby.
but anyways, back to what
Right
the
key.
but back to what we were saying. So also in February, that's when Trump started to really start to get into court. Right, he was starting
Oh,
to
yeah.
get called in for some of his cases. Then there was we've been seeing so many Boeing malfunctions.
Man.
Oh, the
Boeing
planes.
plane
Planes,
I'm
malfunctions.
scared to get on one of them now.
Free ticket though. I mean, if you survive, that's free.
Yeah,
That's
I
a free
love to
ticket
fly,
anywhere.
but man, if the doors are falling off and the part of the plane collapsing, or nah, it's,
Too
I gotta
much
fix
close
that.
calls, man. They're cutting too much corners at Boeing. I feel like, doors shouldn't be falling off. They don't have to be making emergency U-turns and going drastically low. Like I hear about a Southwest flight that it got to about 150 feet before it hit the water. So it plunged from cruising
wow.
altitude all the way to right before it reached 150 feet,
Yeah.
and the pilot was able to correct it and
Wow.
get back. So imagine diving down for
I
that
don't want
amount of
to.
time being
And
crazy.
I'm thinking Spirit Lines will be going through some stuff like this because they're known as like the cheapest
Spirit Air,
bootleg.
yeah.
Spirit
I
Air
mean,
and all
Spirit
that.
have an issue too. First of all, you're sitting like you're in a coffin. You don't like this thing.
I don't think the problem with Spirit is crashing. The problem with Spirit is just
the
being
cheapest.
compacted
Yeah.
Man.
next to people you don't want to be.
Horrible seat you could ever imagine on an airline. Like Spirit Airlines, the seat is like you sitting on a bench in the park. B.
Torture.
You know what I mean? It's just it's no good. B.
Yeah,
when you
that's
if you
crazy.
fly Delta, B, you take it from Soldier.
I don't like Delta.
Why?
I'm a JetBlue person.
See, I
Yeah,
love
JetBlue.
JetBlue
Shout
all
out
right,
JetBlue.
JetBlue all right,
Shout
but
out
Delta
JetBlue.
you cannot
JetBlue,
beat the aesthetics with Delta.
Delta.
When you sit down, you have a nice big old screen off in front of you, all 8,
Yeah.
10-inch
We-
touch
I'm going to
screen.
sleep
Seeing the
anyways. I care about all that.
We need
I just travel, so I like entertainment. You know what I mean?
But
we
the
need a
other part,
CMR jet.
yeah, for real. The other
That's
part
what we-
though is like Boeing makes so many planes for all these different
Exactly.
How you mean like all the
airlines.
airports?
Yeah, all no different
other
airlines.
companies,
These airlines
yeah.
buy Boeing jets. So most of these jets that you get on, whether it's JetBlue, Delta,
Spirit, yeah.
American,
okay, I
they're
got you.
Boeing
Yeah,
jet.
they're the plug for
And
the
they was
plane.
using bootleg
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
It's
there was
cheaping out.
there was a dude that came forward and he was saying like, they're cutting all these different corners or whatever. I don't know enough about the story, but that's kind of what's happening, and it just feels like you gotta just like, man.
Yeah. See a prayer
Pray.
before you
Yeah.
step on that plane.
Yeah.
Man.
Where's
Huh?
he now?
If a prayer works,
Yeah, that's true.
it's Boeing.
Yeah.
Isn't
Hitting-
Boeing the one that kept having people get killed or die?
It's like they're
I
every.
think that
All
was
the
the one that all the
whistleblowers.
whistleblowers have been dying
Yes.
off.
That's what Eddie was
for the
saying.
Boeing case. Yeah, there's been a couple of them.
Yeah.
The Firestone
Yeah.
airplanes.
and
Boeing gangster.
they disappeared. That's
They the
why.
mob.
Man, you gotta be careful out here. Them demon, the move in silence. Be them man, they offing people and nobody know who doing it.
Right.
Facts. And then,
Facts.
so also in earlier this year, the Nickelodeon kid Drake Bell came forward and he exposed Nickelodeon. So he was a childhood actor, and there was this documentary that came out, Quiet on the Set.
Did y'all watch it?
Oh
Yeah.
No, I
man,
haven't
Y'all watched
seen
it, right?
it.
It
haven't
was
seen
cool. Not in that way cool, but it was a good documentary.
it was a good one. Yeah. I got you, Rob. he said it was cool.
It was a good documentary.
So yeah, the documentary though.
Yeah.
So Drake Bell was a childhood actor on the Nickelodeon network, and pretty much what happened is, there was just all of this
It was wild.
toxic relationship environment stuff going on, and any of us that grew up in the '90s, you watched Nickelodeon at some time.
It was a good time.
It was.
It was a great
It
time.
really was. It was
Yeah.
a good
Until you
time
saw
for-
that, and it was like, that's
Yeah.
what I gotta
Destroyed
get.
all your childhood memories.
Boy.
My favorite show wasn't on there, so I'm good.
See, but you learn that
yeah.
this kid
But it's
Drake,
still, yeah.
Yeah, Drake and Josh, that was his show.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and you learn that
Oh.
Drake was like his I can't remember now, but like his agent or somebody had been pretty much raping him
Yeah,
for
that's what I
like
heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
serious?
years.
One of the
No
producers.
way.
Yeah, one of the
For-
guys
for
at
the
the show.
producer.
He was known too to
Yeah.
be doing what he was doing.
Wow.
And they still kept him, but there was a whole set, pretty much, or
Yeah.
like multiple people on the set that was just
Yeah.
monsters.
And you know that's in
That's
Orlando.
crazy.
That's in Orlando, Florida.
wild.
Yeah, that's where all of that there was going on because Nickelodeon is
That's
in
insane.
Orlando. That's crazy.
Yeah,
You
so
know
that
that-
was like, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna say what's really crazy was going back and seeing all of these old clips,
Yeah.
and like this dude had these kids like they feet, like it was a lot of feet
Sexual.
stuff
Yeah.
going on, and a
Sexual
lot of
stuff.
like sexual bukkake stuff going on.
The
It was
pickle,
weird.
The pickles or whatever,
Yeah,
all that
and
good
Diddy.
stuff. Yeah. Diddy.
Yeah, and that was like you could see a lot of clips with Ariana Grande. I don't know, I can't remember what show she was on, but they were showing
Yeah.
like she was a little kid and they were sexualizing her, having her dump water on herself.
That's
and stuff
insane.
like
Yo,
that.
I would kill
And we looked at
somebody
it. Innocent.
if they ever thought about treating my children any
should.
yard. Well, I'm getting mad thinking about it.
Oh,
Let's
but,
say
but that's the crazy thing.
I'm
Like the
getting bad
parents were
thinking
on
about
set. Some of the parents were on set.
Yeah,
Their
true.
parents need a beat down.
Some
I
of the
promise
parents-
you. I
For that
promise
money-
you, yo.
Yeah, the right check. Yeah, you,
The almighty dollar does make humans do some crazy thing.
Yeah,
Serious.
stupid thing.
Yeah, so I mean that was earlier this year. Then also around that time is when Diddy's mansion got raided
that was crazy.
in
Yeah,
Miami
that was
and
insane.
Los Angeles.
That was called out too, or that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gene,
From
Gene,
Cat.
Yeah.
Gene Deal. No,
Gene Deal,
not
well,
exactly,
I mean, Gene
called
Deal
it
been
too.
saying it, but
Yeah.
Cat from the beginning of the
And
year,
Cat.
he set the tone and been like, watch us see, all of them go start
Yeah.
getting mixed up.
Yeah.
And what, lo and behold, all of them, they might say Jay-Z next still.
But the rumors about Diddy been going since
For a while.
way back
Long
in the day.
time.
Forever.
Yeah.
Like this isn't something that just pop up. It was, something from back when 20 plus years.
Oh, yeah.
Ago. So it's just now the information's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of like when you see it pop off, I'm like at first I'm bothered because I'm just like, dang, I didn't want that to really be true.
Right.
No, I didn't want it to be true because this is a black black man that's supposed to be leading the way, but to find out it's true, it's kind of hit hard.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it really
That's
did.
like
Kind of hit
one-
real hard. It's like, man, you were supposed to represent us, and now you making us look like demons.
That's
Like,
that's.
I mean, yeah.
I
it's
mean, he
facts.
was representing us on the surface level. It was just, everything in the closet was kind of.
Everything in the
Hey, and
closet.
that's the
was-
thing, right? There's
Yeah.
there's another hero of mine, like, and this story never really went global, but African Bambaataa, man. African Bambaataa, like,
yeah.
That's old though.
that's
Yeah, old
another
story, yeah.
one, like, to where it
Yeah,
just
that's
crushes.
crazy.
It's crushing, like, to know, like, man, what is going on?
Dude, we meet him at the hip hop, the LA hip
Yeah.
hop fest. You know
Yes,
what I
we
mean?
did.
In California, and you would have never guessed.
Y'all didn't get that vibe at all?
No,
No?
I met
because
him
no,
too.
yeah,
Huh?
we didn't get that vibe from him at all, man. And
Uh-huh.
that's the sad part about it is like he was so willing and teaching and just a good vibe. Everybody been hanging around him, and then to hear all of that stuff, that allegations, and it's just too much people coming forward and saying all kind of crazy stuff about this man.
When we met, what I saw was someone that was a leader, is what I saw.
Exactly, in the Zulu
So to
Nation.
find out when all that stuff comes out, not just talking with him, like we dealt with a lot of the Zulus.
Wow.
So a lot of his people, we
Yeah.
collab shows with them and
Yeah.
all types of stuff. And then, to see that come out, you know what I mean? It didn't just hurt us. The inner Zulu family.
Yep.
It changed the whole.
Inside the organization, you can tell some of them were deeply hurt because this was like their brother, like right next to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that's wild. Like, I got to meet African Bambaataa too, and I always tell y'all I knew his son, TC Islam,
That's right.
good friend of mine, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
But yeah, he was part of the 206 Zulu. Shout out to 206 Zulu. And it was the same thing for me. Like, I got a really good vibe from him. He was just very humble, and you're like, dang, I'm sitting here shaking hands with a legend, and then you start to hear these things, and it's just
Yeah.
just crushing. Like, man, like. Anyways, let's move on from that
whole
though.
vibe
But
Yeah, there you go.
but also this year, there's been all the Palestine protests. There's been the war
Yeah.
going on. There's been
War.
just as we're getting even closer, of course Drake and Kendrick and
Great
I feel-
battle.
Man,
Or
that's a
entertaining,
history.
entertaining battle.
That's going down in history.
Yeah, it was
in
entertaining.
the history of battle raps. That's
Yeah.
definitely going down as one of the top battles
Wait
of
for
all
that video.
times. Yeah.
Lay Drake
Wait
out.
for
That,
the
hey, when
video.
that video dropped, Drake going to definitely
Wait
would
for that
definitely
video.
feel that vibe.
I can't say top battles. I say the top
One
destruction.
of the.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's
Yeah,
one of
the top. No,
In a
no,
long
I'm saying
Nobody
in general, the
beating
top
Eta.
destruction.
Nobody beating Eta as
Oh,
a diss
man.
track.
Yeah.
Nope.
And
Meet
no
the Grams.
Vaseline.
Nah,
Meet the Grams is one of the
Nah.
top 3.
Eta is the top. Easy. Eta is just like how they not like us. Like Eta is the
Yeah.
precursor to not like us because it's a bop and he cutting them
Yeah.
up to shred.
I'm proud to say I'm a Jay-Z fan. That's to me, as far as hip hop, that's who I look up to. But Ether
Nas Scotty.
Ether is
Exactly.
top dog as far as I think of.
had
So
Yeah.
how did
Everything.
you feel when he said Ty Boho?
That's all I was thinking. Tabo Ho.
I like it.
He
The
sliced
man
him.
was
He sliced
doing
him.
Taibo, and
Nas
he's a
sliced
hoe.
him. Like even with me being a Jay fan, I gotta admit, like,
Oh, I like Jay.
Nas got him on that.
Tabo Ho.
That was.
I like
When
Nas
I
more
heard
than
it, I
Jay.
was just like, what?
I would have took that tagline and opened up a strip club.
Tabo Ho?
Tabo Ho. You stretching them out, right? You know?
We need a segment on Rob thinking.
That would be a great idea.
Thoughts,
How
you
would
know?
Rob think
Put
of
it
it?
together.
Yeah, what would
We got
Rob?
what
Tabo Ho?
Soldier saying, what would Rob be thinking about?
Oh, I don't be saying anything.
going to Tabo Ho, fellas. Let's go.
Rob sitting going, Tabo Ho.
Tabo Ho.
That got a ring to it.
And you can sell Chinese food out there too.
Lord have mercy. Hey, but hey, thank you though to everybody who's tuning in right now, man. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. We appreciate your support, your love. You know, make sure that you subscribe to our Facebook, to our YouTube channel. You know, that you follow us, that you like and share and subscribe. Did I say that already?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah,
Say it again.
we definitely see your love, and we appreciate it, man. And it's funny naming off all this stuff that's happened so far this year, and even now there's breaking news, right?
Yep.
So what's been going on right now? I don't even know where to start. Like, just in this.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. But you know, like they say, like life will write its story. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Yeah.
for one is Julian Assange,
Yep.
the WikiLeaks founder. He,
Okay, what happened there?
So for those that don't know, he created WikiLeaks, which was an online publication that would take government documents and verify that they were official, and then put them out for everybody in the world to see. And so at one point in time, years ago, he had multiple countries trying to catch him, and UK wound up locking him up for like 5 years.
I remember, okay.
Because he put out a video. Well, he put out multiple things from the U.S., but one of them was a video of U.S. soldiers in one of the battleships, in the planes, shooting groups of people unarmed. They said some were kids. You know, the video I saw was them shooting a group of men just standing there doing nothing. And so anyway, because of that, Assange was, considered a fugitive from the world pretty much. They locked him up, and the administration, the White House administration now just negotiated his release. But part of that release, he had to admit that he was guilty. So he took a guilty plea, and they gave him time served, 5 years, 60-something months. And he just got out. They released him to Australia, which I think is where he's from.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Didn't he get asylum from some country that he was holed up there for a very long time? Like it was.
I
like,
think there was a period of time he was
a period
hiding
of
out in
time where
some
he
country,
couldn't
yeah.
like he was at the embassy of that one place and he couldn't leave, and his room was there, and then
Yeah.
he was just there all year and couldn't leave that premises.
Was it
Yeah.
in Russia?
I don't know where he had seek asylum to. I remember that though, back in the day.
Where he is an important topic is on the topic of, how do we deal with people that take, government secrets and release them to the world? Because I'm big on if the government's doing wrong, the world needs to know.
Right.
But I'm also an ex-special ops soldier, and I understand that some information gets
Sensitive.
people killed.
Yeah.
It gets American soldiers killed. It makes them targets, right? And so, as much as I was happy, he's the, fight the government, fight the power.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was like, I wonder how many people died because of the information he released.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
but here's where it's really connected right now. So one of our presidential candidates
Oh, snap.
is also under fire for releasing what? Government
Classified-
documents,
classified
classified top
documents, yeah.
secret documents, right? So how come this man just had to bargain for his life to be free, doing multiple years because multiple countries wanted him
Right.
for doing less than what our current ex-president?
Because he was an
Exactly.
ex-president.
So how do we deal with that?
It's still wild. Yeah, it's still wild. Like,
It's America.
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
is America.
so
You
many.
slipping,
that's
though.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
Like, oh man, I could go so deep down the rabbit hole when it comes
you want
to.
to know one more deep thing? Because I can go on this for a minute.
No, do it.
This happened during Trump's presidency.
That
When
he
they,
was-
when they locked him up was during Trump's presidency
Wow.
in the UK. And a lot of magazines like, oh, we need to bring him home. We need to bring him home. And Trump kept blowing it off. You know,
So
because
they
it's
never-
us that put the charge on him and got him locked up.
So it's the
The
Biden
irony.
administration that got him out. Is what
That
you
got
said?
him out. Yeah,
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
Crazy.
speaking of that, I
Crazy.
mean, did y'all see that that debate, or is it just me?
Oh my God.
Well,
So I didn't watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd probably jump in the gun, but I mean, shit.
Before you go to
yeah.
crazy.
No, I was gonna say before we go into that though,
yeah,
like
because that's a deep
yeah,
conversation.
that is a deep
Well, I'm
one.
sorry.
No, you good, man.
He
But
ready. He
but
ready.
Bronny James, right? Bronny James. So
Dude.
Bronny James was just drafted
Knew it.
to the L.A. Lakers
Knew it.
in the second round, and this is LeBron James's son, his oldest son. For y'all
I
that
gotta
don't
clap
know,
that.
and LeBron James becomes the first dad in NBA history to play on the same team as his child.
Son.
And I just want to, before we move on, I want to send a message to Tyler. Tyler, I wanted this too. We weren't blessed in that. I didn't get blessed. You can blame your grandmama. So just know that I can see us playing for the Lakers. You know,
You could have been Muggsy.
hey,
You could have been Muggsy.
me and Tyler can both hoop, but we weren't NBA brand.
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
you know, we're like 2K.
Development league. You know, you
Development thing.
But on the real, like, how would y'all feel, right, if you were on a professional sports team with your son? I know you have a kid.
Oh man, I would that would be a dream come true. But I tell my kids, you know, you don't have to chase our dreams. You know what I mean? If that's what
Right.
you want to do it. But if they want to do what I do, which is music, you know, and they want to be part of Conscious Mind Records, and you know, because all my kids have some kind of talent in
Yeah.
one way, shape, or form. You know, whether it's playing the guitar, or acting or singing,
Dancing.
dancing. Yeah, all four of them. So if they wanted to ever follow in, you know, our path, man, that would be so. That would be such a proud dad moment.
Yeah. How about y'all? How would y'all feel about?
Well, if I was Bronny, I would have been terrified, blaming my father.
Oh yeah.
Tell you.
Terrified? Why?
What?
Why?
Big man, you know this man would have blasted me for friggin' fumbling the ball like, hey.
So this father was serious now.
Yeah, and not only that, but you gotta go. Well, I don't know if them man live together, but then you know he could call
Maybe
you up
so, maybe
and
so,
all kind of hours of the night, like, hey, you remember when you let that ball go outside? Like, look, the next time when you going in, you put your body into it, you get in him. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, you know, he's my son. I can't be having that.
I can see that.
man.
Imagine the pressure on the man. That's what's that being in the Suez Canal, you know, deep
Good
down.
point.
Yeah.
The pressure deep
good
on that
point.
man.
Hey, he
Good
ain't even
point.
gotta say that. He can just look at you.
Why did he pick up the screen?
Yep, you pull up
Why
for
did
the tree,
Why you do
father
the back door
blast you.
trap? Like you saw that? Like why? You know?
Yep.
Why you go for the open three?
You do a stupid play and you look to the bench and just see this man glaring at you with the fucking
Yo,
like, damn, Papa,
that's gonna be
Oh,
the
no.
memes of the year.
The pressure
That
is
happens.
on.
That's
The
gonna
There's
pressure.
gonna be
Yeah.
some memes.
I feel sorry for him, but hopefully he could live up and just, you know, rise to the challenge. When we are put in uncomfortable situations, that's when greatness comes out.
Facts.
So yeah, I have faith in him, and I hope that he rise up above the challenge and, you know, I mean, get everything together, because just playing, you know, breaking history, making history like that, playing with your
Yeah.
father, you got to go hard. That should be fuel and ammo for him to just be like, you know what I mean, hitting it super hard and want to play well. So I hope everything go good.
I feel like he
Big
gonna
ups
get lit
to
up.
you.
He just said history is gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, rise up to the challenge and see if you could overcome.
Yeah, he gonna get lit up
You
by
think?
all the other teams. Yeah, you know how they talk trash on the court. They're gonna be getting in his man head.
Yeah,
Oh,
and if
yeah.
he's not as strong as his dad, it's gonna affect him.
you got to be.
So he gotta be right.
He gotta be,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a
got to.
struggle out the gate.
Yeah,
Because I mean, LeBron probably gonna beat him down, like you said.
True
Like
that.
he gonna get him.
But think about all of his college colleagues, like his, you know, his classmates and stuff that
Yeah.
he's going to school with. They already been talking about him, gossiping about him. All of that must have been like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to get into the NBA because your father's blah blah blah. So he's already hardened already. This man's shell is already out
So
of
question for y'all, because I you know, I'm not the basketball person.
Right.
Do you think he deserved to get that position? Or do you think it was literally just because of dad's hookup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
it was
tell
that.
you.
It's not a right.
I'll say
You
it's
don't think he was that good?
No, it's not a right to say. It is what it is.
Yeah.
See, and I look at it like this. I look at it like, you damn right it was. Like, if my son, if I had a chance to get my son in the NBA, I would do everything I could to get him in
You
there.
damn yeah.
In
you're
that
right.
situation,
You're right.
yeah.
I
You're right.
think, yeah, his his odds of getting in were probably a lot easier. You know, I mean, a lot. It wasn't as difficult as it would be for other people. So he had an advantage. But at the same time, it's like, yo, like this is the same DNA as one of the top players of all time. Like,
Yeah.
And he's showing those signs of greatness. I mean, if this was the case, Michael Jordan's son
Nope, didn't pan out.
get in and do all of that. You know, all of these different NBA players'
He
sons.
wasn't Jordan.
Yeah, but he got a story
Yeah,
though.
well,
that has
Jordan didn't show love either.
No.
Like Jordan is you know, I earned mine, you earned yours. Like I
Right.
saw some stories on him,
which is fair.
He
Which
said
is
he
fair.
was tough to play with.
You can't walk them in. You can't
Yeah.
can't give them the third wheel in a tricycle type situation. You gotta let them figure it out.
See, and that's the thing is like Bronny, you know, I can't say that I sat up and watched all of Bronny's game or nothing, but he shows some great signs of a great basketball player. Smart IQ,
Yeah.
point guard, can shoot, and he did really well at the NBA Combine. So for him to go in the second round, like they were in my mind, if he wasn't LeBron James' son, he may have went to the G League first.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then did that,
Okay.
you know.
Exactly.
But you heard the agent was calling around. Reason why a lot of that didn't happen.
Right.
His boy, I forgot his name. The agent, LeBron's boy.
I'm not sure.
Something.
Either way, though,
But yeah, he made the calls, make sure that nobody picked him up.
well, you know, we weren't in that room, but
Yep.
you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
chances
yeah.
are it's just
It's articles out. He literally called teams. Do not pick him up,
Because they
or
wanted
he's
him,
going somewhere else, because that was going to happen. So it was going to happen regardless.
at the same time he was the 55th pick, you know, so he was already second round. It was like nobody was lining up to get Bronny James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of
So
course.
it
yeah.
makes sense for the Lakers to pick him up, and like just because he's drafted don't mean he's even going to really play. You know, I think people have this
Yeah.
anticipation or this thought that he's going to be on the court with LeBron and he's going to be getting all
Right.
these minutes.
He has summer
gotta-
league. He got to go
he's-
summer league. Yeah.
He still has to prove himself.
He has
and
to
there's-
prove
He
himself.
got to go
there's-
summer league. Yeah.
There's many players that are on the LA Lakers that you've never seen play in a game.
But I could tell you one
Yeah.
thing. I wouldn't mind being on the bench.
Facts.
But no, I mean, if he don't make the team, he's not even gonna be on
Yeah,
the
but
bench.
even though
True.
more so like, hey, big man, I on the bench, you traveling with the team, you
Oh,
getting
easy.
a big man check,
Getting
the
a
pressure
big man
not on you, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
boss, I'll play the role of
you
the
trying to
bench
carry
man.
bags?
Nah, the bench people don't carry bags.
Oh, you carrying bags?
Nah, B, come on.
You
have
carrying
people
somebody's
carry-
bag.
Nah.
There's somebody with an ego there who 10
Nah.
times bigger than
Yeah.
yours. You need to carry these bags.
I just want to say big ups to what's his name, Brownie.
Bronny James.
Brownie.
Yeah.
I don't watch basketball.
He said Brownie.
Brownie. Oh,
Shout out to
Brownie.
Brownie.
Well, however you say his name. Big ups to LeBron because whether
New nickname, Brownie.
whether LeBron got him there or not, the brother's heading in a good direction.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
big ups to both of them. If it was my son, I'll get him on the team too.
And think about it.
regardless.
Think about
Do
it.
do y'all wonder if he'll stay long enough for his second child?
Hell no.
No.
Man,
That'd be
his
crazy.
second child is going to be a junior next year
Good
Yeah.
in
gracious.
high school. So unless
Yeah.
he's and his name is Bryce James. That's his
He's the
youngest.
one, I think.
So he's the one. He's a little taller.
I think he's better.
He's the one. I
He
think.
got a lot of potential, you know, but he's still young. He's a junior. He's definitely not like, I don't know. People are like, is he gonna have all three, both of his sons in the NBA? Like his
Why not?
son Bryce nor Bronny had that ability like James to come out of high school
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
compete at a pro level. Like I think that Bronny should have stayed all 4 years. 'Cause I think he would have been a way better player. Like, and it's probably, you know, them trying to say, hey, well, you're the same DNA as your dad. You know, just go do a year and then go get the bag. And the thing about it is like what I was gonna say is at the end of the day, I would be happy. Like the NBA minimum contract is probably like $1 million now in 2024. So the fact that he got his son, whether he got him in or whatever, like his son is now
Kudos.
getting to the
Yeah,
bag.
bread.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Getting the
Yeah,
bread,
kudos.
gain
Yeah,
money.
feed the
Now we have to
family.
operate. You know,
He
what
was
I mean?
making money in college, I think. Also, the basketball players.
You
He,
got
he
to
was,
offer all that
yeah.
publicity and everything. If I was LeBron James' son, dude, I would have been banking even before I leave college. I would have been
Yeah.
capitalizing off the
Well,
fact that I'm this man's son. you know?
Speaking of colleges, they made it now where college players can actually get paid.
Yeah,
they
Oh
have
yeah,
to.
Because
they
it's
started
been against
already.
the law. It's
Yeah,
been
they started.
they just passed that.
But
That's crazy.
you have to have like a name in at school before you can start getting paid. Like there's no like,
Yeah, yeah.
we're gonna start paying all you bums, but we're gonna do it for like basically the select players on every ESO team, and then let them get paid because their name holds value. But
Yeah.
It's
not
going to draw a
everyone
lot
is.
better players.
Oh no, let me tell you.
Because when they know they can make money in college, ooh, the
Oh,
better
it's all-
players are going to be showing up.
Boy,
So,
that's
sorry
much
to-
paid.
Sorry to keep cutting you off, but let
No,
me
you
tell
good.
you, it's already happening. So it's called a transfer portal.
Yeah.
So right now in the NCAA, there's players that are going into their senior year and they're on their fourth team. You hear me? They're 14.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a senior in college because they've went from team to team getting different amounts of money
That's
and
crazy.
benefits. Yeah, so like it's now like just recently, I can go deep down this rabbit hole, but like Nick Saban, who's a really famous
Legendary coach.
coach
Yeah.
for Alabama, pretty much retired because of this transfer portal. Because like it's no longer like these kids want to come play
Play
for
for
a school like Alabama or a college basketball team like Duke. They're going to know like
who's paying?
Yeah, who
paying?
got the money?
right there.
Who got the money?
Who got the money?
Well, that's what it's eventually
College
going
money.
to.
Was it Jerry Maguire? Show me the money.
Show me the
Hey,
money,
hey,
for real. If you
I
living
feel
in a
him.
capitalistic society, that's what's going to happen.
America.
But yeah, what were you
Yeah, you
saying?
gotta capitalize. So.
What were you saying before though, Bless? What else happened?
Oh, yeah. So, about the debate, shoot, that's what I was talking about.
What did Soldier Bless think
Listen,
when the debate
what does
came
he
up?
think? About the debate
Dun, dun,
that
dun.
happened, I think it was atrocious what happened.
Yeah.
Between both parties,
Yes.
one of them is like a I hate to say it, but like a corpse there on stage.
Ugh,
That man is rough, but against the man who going straight nothing but lies. So it's lies,
Yeah.
and somebody that's like you could see what he was before, but he's not quite himself. But the thing is,
Death and deception.
they need one thing is clear from this debate to me is that they need a age limit
Yeah.
for president.
I
You
agree.
cannot be 80, 90, they're running the free wall.
I say anything over 70 is too
yeah,
old.
man, exactly.
Yeah.
Over
Stop
60.
it at 70, 75 max, if that.
Yeah.
But 70, after that, everything is all right.
So that means that you could not run for president past the age of like 64.
Right.
Something around there, yeah.
All right, yeah, 60, yeah,
65.
65. Yeah,
Because
65, yeah,
Well,
65.
whatever. What is it? Was for Social Security?
65.
65.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that should be the
That's the
the
cutoff.
oldest.
Oh,
you
that's
get.
when it cuts on the cuts
That's
off.
Yeah,
Cut
that's when
off.
that's when your social Security.
So when you
Exactly.
can get Social
Yeah.
Security, you can't run for president no more.
You're on the social.
But I'm saying if you old enough, because it was obvious, man. Like I'll be real, Biden has done something that most presidents would not have been able to accomplish, as far as taking an economy that was pretty much already falling like that plane you was talking about, falling like a knife, and he took that, stopped the fall, and has been bringing us back at a time where the entire world is suffering from inflation, including us, you know what I mean? But he was able to mitigate that to where the United States didn't crumble the way everyone kept saying it was about to, right? And y'all all know this because since we all invest, everyone's talking we're about to have a recession,
Yeah.
They've been saying this for 3 years now.
Yeah, they have.
Since he got in office, we about to have a recession. We about to have a
And it
recession.
never came.
Jobs numbers, the highest mark ever. About to have a recession. About to have, the amount people are getting paid, wages have gone up. About to have a recession. About to come on. People are still spending. They still spending like crazy, but yet could it happen? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying is this man has done a great job, but he is old, and that's the problem. Like the debate really made it to where we cannot deny his age anymore.
Exactly.
It's true.
We can't. It just he glitched, yo.
Glitch out.
Yeah,
bad,
he's a
man.
glitch. How
Bad,
you
bad,
glitch?
bad.
I'm
He
curious,
glitched. That
Henny.
was-
Henny, what stood out to you when you watched it?
Shit, all that fucking stuttering, bro.
No.
that stuttering and the thing that stood out to me the most is when they got passionate talking about golf. Like, bro, nobody give a fuck about
Yeah,
golf.
so that was real?
Yeah.
So somebody did a skit like, yeah, you're not better at golf.
Oh,
trying
no,
to
they
show
did
who's-
it.
Yeah,
Who's
nah,
better
they-
at golf can
they
run the
went
country.
Yeah.
Golf crazy right there in the middle of the debate. That's like the most passion I seen either
They
one
was
of them
gonna fight,
throw throughout the whole debate
I'm
was
a
when
nigga,
they
I'm a
started
par
talking about
six.
golf.
Facts. She ain't lying at
Like-
all. Daring each
Yeah.
other to carry a golf bag and all kind of like
But
boss.
what bothers me is that Biden still spoke real information.
Yeah.
However, the entire time, and it's already been recorded by the fact checkers and stuff, Trump lied 30 times. They did not correct him one single time. They did not fact check him because they normally during those debates
They
they
do
fact
live
check
fact check.
live.
Yeah.
Fact check live, right? This
Yeah.
time they did nothing. They stayed silent, and then CNN decides to fact check long after the show was done. They start putting out the fact checks. But during the whole time, they just letting this man lie after lie. He could have said anything. And his people, they believe whatever he say regardless. So unfortunately, Biden's little gaffes, where he glitched and where he, might have, instead of saying 2,000, he said 200, type thing.
Yeah, he did glitch.
Unfortunately, that, even though he spoke a lot of great policy stuff, that foreshadowed Trump not telling the truth the entire time. You know what I mean? Like,
And
this
the
dude
thing
is
is-
way worse, but yet they're focusing on Biden.
The
And
thing
that
what I
makes no
see
sense.
is like Trump is speaking lies, but he's saying it convincingly.
Very.
Yo, he's very
confident.
convincing.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So because he doesn't have that stutter and slowness of Joe
Yeah.
Biden, what he's saying to his base is coming across like straight facts. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like, look at him. He's killing him on stage. Like, look, he's killing him. He can't hold a candle. But if you really look at it, Trump just spewing anything.
Anything that sounded
He was
good.
just saying anything and
Yep.
keep going back to the border. He wasn't answering questions. He was very off topic, standoffish. Like,
So he's being a politician.
he was being a very low caliber. Probably, I wouldn't even put
Yeah.
that into a realm
That
of a
ain't even
regular politician. He was
talked
just like a regular
he
street
talked
dude.
no policy.
Yeah.
He lied and said he did things that Biden actually did.
Oh,
He was like, this dude was. It was insane watching because you had.
Did
one,
he bring up Hunter?
Yep.
Yeah, he
course.
brought up
Yeah.
Hunter, and
Yeah.
Biden wanted to
Uh-huh.
punch him then. And I mean, long story short, it was literally watching a con man and a man that needed to take a nap
Oh.
battle it out.
That's fact.
Yeah, man.
And the man that needed to take a nap was telling the truth, but he was fumbling over his words.
Too much.
Yeah.
And the man that was the con man, he was sharp, he was bold, he never answered anything.
So
else.
the image of this comes off as like America's a joke.
It really does.
Based on that debate, if that was all I saw,
Uh-huh.
I would think, how in the world is this country the greatest in the world?
So tell me this: what do you think had more impact? The fact that Joe Biden was obviously sick, his throat was sore.
He was sick?
He didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had a
he
cold.
was sick.
He had like T described, like he had some glitches to where he
Uh-huh.
didn't finish his
Glitched out.
sentence.
Uh-huh.
What do you think had more impact, that or the fact that Trump just came on lying again?
So just to throw this out there, right? That night, all the main media, started attacking Biden, right? Saying it's over. They need to replace him. He needs to step down. All the media saying that. Don't you know the next day his poll numbers went up?
Oh, Biden's did.
Yeah, Biden's
Oh,
poll
that's
numbers
what's
went up a point. Trump's poll numbers dropped a point. So while the media was like it's over for Biden, it didn't really show that in the actual polls that were going out, there, including Fox polls, right? And so so it's like, and that's you think about how we were trying to defend
Yeah.
all the leaders in the Democratic Party. Some of them started with that night, maybe we should find someone else. The next morning, you had people like Gavin Newsom, the ones that matter, Pelosi, the ones that actually have pull. They all started rallying around Biden and instantly shifted. And the next day, you had that rally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was interesting. Like, so after the debate, so I switched over to MSNBC, and they were showing Biden at a watch party that was in Atlanta, and he was speaking with confidence. He was,
Yeah.
he was still walking stiff, but Jill was on the stage pumping him up, and it was like, yo, where was this guy? Like just 10 minutes ago.
He hit that CBD pen. Lunch.
he hit the wrong herb before he
Yeah,
went
he hit
on
the
stage.
wrong
He hit the right herb.
It's a sativa before he went on
Yeah.
stage.
Nah, indica.
He hit the indica
Yeah,
before he
the
went on
debate
stage.
is all indica. Like,
I just
Yeah.
saying.
Well, no,
Okay.
because then also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Also, then the next day he was in Raleigh, North Carolina, to where he had a rally.
And he killed him.
And he did good. He like, man, and it just, it was amazing to see. Is like, it makes you think, like, is he intimidated by Donald Trump? Is
Maybe.
that the case?
No,
Could
he
be-
wasn't feeling good. He wasn't
True.
feeling like, you could tell he wasn't feeling good. That was
it was
even
that
on
Trump fever.
If you think about all the debates we've seen him do. When have we ever seen him do anything close to what he did
But
during this last debate?
but what I was saying though is right after the debate, he was still in Atlanta. He went to a
Yeah.
watch party and he sounded night
sounded
and day
better,
different.
yeah.
Yeah. So it makes me personally wonder, like, is he intimidated by Donald
Nah.
Trump, maybe anticipating Donald Trump. No,
I think it just come in waves, you know what I mean? Like his sometimes I guess he wasn't feeling good and the tension of the night that could have caused, a rippling effect on it. But
The
either
mental.
way how you slice it, that man had belongs getting the country back and then taking a seat and arrest.
Yeah.
That man that does not anybody that was close to Biden had to be like, boss, hey, nah B. You don't belong running, but you need to be going, relaxing, taking it easy. Let somebody else to handle that. You know what I mean? Because it's a stressful job. It's
So
too
here's the
stressful.
catch-22.
You know what I mean?
If Biden drops out right now, and we try to find someone to replace him, Trump's going to win.
Yeah, it's too late.
There's
now.
no doubt about it if Biden drops, because nobody has enough time to
Yeah.
build up the momentum they need to beat someone that has half the country already. He's got a 30% strong base, but the Republicans, they holding on to him, right? And so
Some are.
a lot of them are jumping ship on Trump though.
Yeah.
And that's what people are underestimating, how many of them are actually jumping ship, right? So, but if Biden drops out, Trump's going to win. However, if Biden stays in, wins, and God forbid something happens to him, Trump doesn't get the White House, that's when the vice president, Kamala Harris, steps up, right? As long as Biden can win this election.
well, this is the thing. Trump still might be going to jail. Like July 22nd is the trial,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, and that to me is the factor that nobody is contemplating, because if he is convicted and given jail time, there's going to be a shift. And I don't think it's going to still be like, oh, well, we'll just let it slide since he's the Republican nominee. Like,
Yeah.
no, I think that that's something that nobody's thinking about. And then also to dial back, some things that stood out to me, like this guy Trump was like, oh, there was this small group at the Capitol riots. This small group.
They were good people.
Like, nah. This man was lying through his teeth. He said, yeah, there was a small group. He said, I did not have sex with a
Hey, no. But you see his face. You see his face when Biden said it at first.
Yeah.
He said you're having sex with a porn star while your wife is pregnant.
He's like-
Yeah.
And that look on Trump's face was like, you got me. That look on his face was like, you got me. He did it like 2 or 3 times when Biden threw something at him that was
Yeah.
true. He had a look on his face like,
When Trump
You
do
got
that
me.
big baby, trust me.
Big baby. What are you talking about?
and, they were talking trash.
yeah,
to
they
each
was.
other.
You're just a cry baby.
Really? There's the old man
No,
going at each other?
Yeah.
There were times to where so then Trump deflected when he started to when Biden brought up you had sex with a porn star, and he said well, your son's a felon too.
Oh, wow. All right.
he said you're a felon, Trump, and then Trump's like your son's a felon too, so
Yeah.
that kind of makes you a felon. That was,
I ain't gonna lie.
that?
And
Yeah.
Trump's logic doesn't add up to
It don't.
anything whatsoever, right?
You raised
But,
the felon,
but
that's
what
what
it
this,
is.
what this did
Yeah.
was a lot of people, they kind of we got scared when Biden did it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that were in the middle, the swing voters, the ones that haven't decided Republican or Democrat yet, what they saw was, Biden looked a little off, but he was throwing real policy, and Trump didn't tell them anything they wanted to hear because he
Nah,
didn't say nothing.
he
He
didn't
didn't
answer
answer
any
no
questions.
questions. So
Nothing.
anybody that was swinging in the middle, what they saw was one a little lethargic, but telling the right answers, and then one that just any question that was asked, he beat around the bush and went into attack mode.
Let me tell
Right,
you
and
how-
so if I'm a swing voter,
Uh-huh.
I want someone that's got some answers for me.
Yeah.
Not someone that's just going to be ready to fight, not pick a fight with someone else. You know what I
Let me
mean?
tell you how it went. It was like, so next question is for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, what is your take on family child care? If we can, I'd like to go back to that last question.
Yeah.
Which you said, and this is what's wrong with the Democrats. The Democrats, all they care about,
Yeah.
literally not answering questions. And then they would come back and go, okay, Trump, you still have 40 seconds. Do you want to address the question that we asked you, which
Yeah,
was,
originally.
no, if we can go back, I just want to.
Yeah.
And millions and millions, millions and
billions of dollars.
millions.
Yo, this
and
man's a
millions.
whole walking show.
This is
you know
the-
he's. Oh boy.
It was definitely a show. I will say, if I had some popcorn, it probably would have been fun to watch. But if it wasn't serious about our country, but it is serious about our country.
Idiocracy.
It was entertaining.
Idiocracy is
Yeah,
happening.
the
It looked
movie
like
is
a
live.
skit.
now.
Idiocracy is
It's
happening.
real.
Our
Facts.
version.
But what this tells
Yeah.
you
Fucking happening.
is that we need to get our people out to vote.
Yeah,
If you look at the reason why we got two old men, one retarded, excuse my language, one that's not too bright, and then one that is about to pass
And
out
this
or
is what
something.
voting got us
is-
because of our choices.
No. Voting
Or
got us this
options.
because of a lot of people don't vote. If all the Democrats had voted, we would have had somebody younger than Biden. But
Who's the
because
other candidate?
a
Yeah.
lot of people don't vote, it is basically we'll take who they put in front of our face.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah,
think
pretty
about
much,
that.
yeah.
If we're not voting, we're not picking who we want to lead us. So who's picking the ones that we want to lead? Other people, right? And so if everyone starts voting, we get the right person running for office, and then we get to put them in office, as opposed to all the politicians suck, and my vote doesn't matter.
So I have a question, and I want to take this back to a question that Soldier Bless asked earlier on in season 2.
It could be anything, folks.
Which you're listening,
Giving you the heads
You're
up.
right.
which you're listening
Random
to. So Bless was brought up a question. I think it's more relevant now than ever. What do you do if you don't like either candidate? I could not help. We were all in a text group chat during the debate, and we were just talking. And we've all had kind of our idea who we're swaying for and who we're not going to vote for. But it was a real question you ask yourself, like, now that you know this information, now that you know that the sitting president is looking frail, is looking old, is looking like he's not in his right state of mind, versus the kind of demon just kind of twirling their hands like, oh, if I get back in there, the things I'm going to do.
Dictator.
When you get to that point, and then you realize that the administration, the Democrats administration, has been lying to us, telling us, oh, Joe Biden's fine. He ran a lap around the White House earlier this morning.
He did that.
But on the real question right now, who are we going to tell? This is our audience. This is our main topic. We drill down to the seed. We're honest too.
Yeah.
Who do we vote for? This is what Bless asked earlier on.
Yeah,
If
let's
I
see.
don't want to vote for either person, if I'm not trusting, how do I move forward today?
Yeah, I mean that's the question, and my question still stand.
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
have that, because now it's not that you know about the lesser of two evils, but not how come we don't have the lesser of two goods? You know what I mean?
I
That's
like
a
that.
great question.
It's
Does-
always
I like
of
that.
it's always
Yeah.
the two evils. Them how come it can't be two good one and we have one that's we choose the one that's the best.
Once
The
again,
good
once-
aren't the crazy. And the
Because
crazy
it's the
are
way
ones
how
that
it is.
believe.
Like these guys, they got into there how they got in. What I think personally is, you still need to vote. It's still important. You still
Yes.
need to get out and make a decision and
Yeah.
vote for who you truly feel. You vote with your heart. You vote with who you want. But I feel like this is a patch that we're going to get over once,
Yeah.
we get over this presidential debate. And I think after this cycle, it's going to go back to somewhat normalcy. Because Trump won't be running again.
hope.
Biden won't be
Think
running
so?
again.
Yeah.
How so,
Yeah,
though?
no.
How so? Elaborate.
I
Yeah,
feel like
because
we're
if you
heading
look at it,
towards, like,
Biden, he'll be
transgender.
too old. He can't run again. Trump, he's going to be in that same camp as well. Even though
Or jail.
or jail, he's going to be young, but he's not going to run again. So, hoping next
Yeah.
cycle we get two fresh candidates on both sides.
they're gonna be fresh.
Yeah, they're
My-
gonna
my
be
belief,
fresh.
they're
Yeah,
gonna be
but we
super
need
fresh.
we need new, fresh ideals, new fresh minds with vigor and passion to be able
Yeah.
to take the reins up of the most powerful country in the world. you
I'm
know?
right
So
in
also,
that.
so also, image wouldn't really be such a big.
Yeah,
thing,
you want them to
just
have
the
everything.
passion
It needs to
behind
be
it.
the total
Look,
package. You
look,
know what I mean?
we've had presidents that have been in wheelchairs, right? Image.
But not too late. He didn't start off in a wheelchair.
Right.
He didn't start
This
off.
is true.
Well, he was
He
in a
didn't start-
wheelchair.
yeah, he
though.
hated
and
it.
he still, and he
We
still were like,
ran
the country
we
strong.
want that nigga to roll
right?
up our country.
So,
No.
so here's the thing though. Here's the thing. As weak as Biden looked, if you look at real numbers, real statistics, real government found facts, he's doing the job the way it's supposed to be done, right? And so we already know the other guy can't do the job. So whether I like either one of them right now, those are our options. JFK, he's completely conspiracied out.
RFK.
RFK, whatever his name is. But
And he corrected me.
RFK, yeah.
This one been-
But,
this one
but,
messed it up
between the two, those are choices, right? One of them, when he gets in office, he's going to lock it to where United States become a dictatorship. We already know this. He's making it obvious, right? A dictatorship means a lot of our freedom is going to slowly start to be squeezed out,
gonna dissipate.
right?
He started that the first time.
He tried the first, and if you guys look up Project 2025, which would be a whole nother segment, Project 2025, they've already him putting in those 3 Supreme Court justices is part of their plan to start it. That's how they got rid of Roe versus Wade. That's how they're changing a lot of different laws that are going on right now until they're building it up and getting it ready for the takeover, right? So we can vote in the man that's going to completely change our freedom here in the United States.
Right.
Or we can vote for the man that's, he's old, he's out there, he's still doing the right job. And if he falls, he has advisors that are just as smart as him. Hillary Clinton, Obama. Well, if he falls, he's done. But but what I'm saying is if something happens to him, even if Kamala steps up, you got real super strong leaders like Obama, Clinton, both Clintons. They have a staff of advisors that can run this country the right way, whether he's in his seat or not.
Absolutely.
Trump doesn't have that.
But-
His 40 of 44 of Trump's advisors are the ones testifying against him right now.
He freed Kodak Black though. He got the support.
He's for the kids, dog. You know what I mean?
Speaking of black.
Yak. Hey, speaking of black, like, listen.
He bought a bunch of Chick-fil-A too, but that ain't it.
Listen.
Chick-fil-A.
How was y'all's days today?
It's my pleasure.
Were y'all good on y'all day off from y'all black jobs?
Oh,
I forgot that
black
part.
jobs.
Black jobs. Yeah. So what's going on with black jobs?
So Trump said that the immigrants are taking all of the Hispanic and all of the black jobs.
They take our jobs.
What?
They take our jobs.
When he said that, first thing in my head was that was some racist ass shit.
Yeah.
But the second thing in my head was, where are these black
What?
jobs? My whole life.
Are you think about it? What? What is a black job?
Yeah, my whole life, I ain't never got a job easier because I'm black. Like, it's always been my name sounds like a white name. That's why they hire me. Then I show up and they like, Mr. Jenkins.
Well, see how that worked out is that we didn't know that you were of colored.
we thought you were more qualified.
Let me test your shades real quick.
Seriously.
What
Brown
is a-
paper bag test. You're good.
I
What
remember
is a
going in
black
that,
job?
going in the chat as soon as I saw it, and I was like, black jobs. And I put that big baby in there. Like,
So is that like relative to like KFC and Popeyes and anywhere that?
I don't know.
So I'm gonna tell you what he meant. Everybody knows what he meant. Like, there's no question. But when he's saying immigrants are coming over taking black jobs, what kind of jobs do the illegal immigrants get?
Yeah, they get
The construction
landscaping.
joints.
They
Like,
get the under the table,
Home Depot.
the work until they hitting the farms. That's the reason why we can't get rid of them, because if we do, our farmers are going to lose so much money because their production is going to go down. He's saying that that's what are black jobs, in the fields.
in the field.
That's what he's saying, because
Butlers.
who else is illegal immigrants taking jobs
But
from?
didn't he mention Hispanic jobs as well?
Yeah,
So
he
wouldn't
did.
that be Hispanic jobs?
Yeah, because I don't think he understands
I'm
that
thinking the legal Hispanic
immigrants
jobs,
that
yeah.
he's talking about
Yeah,
coming from Mexico
crazy.
are
He
Hispanic.
said I did more for the African Americans than anybody ever did.
What you did for me?
He free Kodak, yeah.
This man, no, everything
Kodak
he
Black.
said was everything.
Hey.
I did more for veterans than anybody ever did.
Yeah,
That's
lying
what we
about
did
lying
more
that
for-
out, lying
That's what
about
we're just
that.
doing. The thing about that method is it could only last for so long, because after a while, you're going to keep saying it, but people are going to start to realize that you're full of shit. And I think that's where it is
I
now.
think
like,
people
people-
know
Yeah,
he's full
yeah.
of shit.
Yeah, but
still
now
don't care.
it's
his
starting
own
to like
Yeah.
the rose-colored glasses is coming
Yeah.
off, and everybody's starting to be like, oh, like damn, like
They just want to
Trump
be
is a
entertained.
fool.
That's all.
Yeah,
it is.
I've seen a
It's-
lot
they
of
wanna
his
be entertained.
own diehard followers recently,
Yeah.
changing their point of view on him. A lot of them, and I'm talking about some of the ones that are supposed to be, the super right wing leaning, and they still super right wing, but now they saying that some of them are saying they think Trump's an implant to destroy them, which
Right.
is exactly what's happening.
That's what he's been doing to the
That's
GOP.
he's
from the
been
beginning.
destroying the GOP. Oh my goodness! And some of them are like, oh, okay, now we see his purpose is to make it to where we have no win, we have no control.
Them Scott were blind like fuck, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And not only that, just the other MAGA people that have been getting in positions across the country, like Lauren Boebert and what's that, Marjorie Hill,
Taylor Greene.
I don't know. Yeah, that one. Like,
the big beach bad body.
Big bad build body.
Bad body.
yeah,
Blonde,
like you got stuff like that going on.
She
man.
looked like a Sasquatch.
Look like WWE.
don't play with chicks like that though.
When I'm watching politics now, and it's
really is.
it's not refined.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like, you know, if I was to talk to Bless or anybody else who is questioning, you know, who they're gonna vote for now they're at this standstill, I would tell you, going kind of building on what you said, you know, and remind you that a president, the president is the chief of officer, chief commander. He is the decision maker, but he doesn't make every decision. He doesn't strategize everything. He has a team around him. Why I will just step outside and say that I'm voting for Biden is because I know that his decision making. I vote on somebody because of their decision making. His decision making has showed that he's putting people in office that are making a difference, people who are logical, people who are smart, you know, versus when you dial back and you think about Donald Trump and you think about the people that he put in office and in places of power. Those weren't good people. A lot of those people are in jail. A lot of those people were fired eventually, or you know, there's so many things. So that's kind of where I'm at. And right now, you know, it's like we're at this weird place. I too cannot sit out here and say that I'm sold on Joe Biden. I wish and pray that Michelle Obama would see this and that she would run for president, because I think that she is our one person that I can think of in the millions of people in the world the United States, that would be a great president.
And that's one of two things I'm thinking we're getting: a woman or transgender president.
Either way, I'll take either one of them over Joe Biden or Donald Trump. That is smart, that has, you know, a strong head on their shoulder and cares about, you know,
passion.
I'm definitely voting for Biden. However, and this is what being serious about it, I'm not happy with Biden, and not because of how he's running our country. There's two things that I'm not happy with Biden about, and one of them is how he's letting Israel completely genocide Gaza and West Bank Palestinians. Right? I cannot. That's the only reason why he's that hasn't taken my vote from him, is because our only other choice is Trump. And Trump, this is what Trump thinks about Palestine. He literally said that Joe Biden is like a Palestinian, but a bad one. So he basically tried to use Palestinians as they're the scum and Joe's one of the worst ones. And so no matter what, Trump can't save them. And then the other thing is Biden he's not in favor of cryptocurrency, but his administration is starting to turn in that direction. Those are two things I don't like about him. If there was another candidate that did what he's doing for our country and, you know, stopped sending help to Israel and also changed, you know, was all for crypto, I would think Joe was an awesome, perfect. But that Gaza stuff, not even just crypto, the Gaza situation, the Palestine situation, really just sours me on him, you know, because of that.
Lady president.
But I'm still voting for him because it's him or destruction to America.
And what's crazy is, the next debate is September 10th. And I just want to remind you all some important dates coming up. You know, this has been a great topic, you know, and kind of the seed we want to plant today is to vote, you know. So registration to vote is coming up. So if you're not already registered to vote, this is definitely a year you want to vote. This is definitely a year that your vote is going to matter, as we're going to see it come down to the wire. And you can check your state's requirements at usa.gov/voters-registration-deadlines. And if you live in the state of Florida, our deadline to register to vote is July 22nd. So right now is the time to get on that if you haven't already. And again, man, we appreciate you all tuning in today. This is episode 7. We're definitely going to stay on this topic of voting, you know, as we get into November. We got marijuana on there. You know, we have a new new laws that passed by DeSantis, that will really appeal to homeowners that I can't wait to talk about. But as we end all of our episodes, we do our spotlight shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah, we just want to recognize some people that we know personally and also have seen in the world doing great things for the community. And today, the Rasta.
Yes, sir. Well, today on the spotlight, I would like to big up my good friend and co-worker Vanessa Vega. You know what I mean? Vanessa Vega, she's a powerhouse in the production industry, in the film industry, in realistically anything. She
Shout out
is,
Vanessa.
yeah, Vanessa is the plug. When I mean I just call her, I have this joke with her, I just call her, you're not the plug, use the surge protector.
I like
I
that.
have all of those plugs that you plug
Deep.
into it, you know what I mean? Because she knows so much people and always stay interconnecting people together and bringing things together from different spots. Like, so she'll come to a spot, she'll connect very well. She actually is the person that got me into production jobs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Shout
yeah,
out
from
Vanessa.
my very first acting place, she took me under her wing and she was like, I go hook you up and whatnot. And from there, she just has been steadily plugging in me. And
blessing.
yeah, that's a true blessing. I
Yeah.
can't ask for more. And she's rising up and being better in the film industry. So now she rise up to a production manager. She just flew out to France
Nice.
to do their festival out there and be a production
Canes.
manager.
The
Yeah,
Canes
yeah, the
Festival.
Canes
Yeah,
Festival.
Canes.
You know about it?
Wow.
All right, yeah. So she went and be a production manager out in the Canes Festival out there.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And she's definitely a great person and always stay thinking of others. And because of that, you get a spotlight for today from Soldier Bless.
Hey,
Shout out. Big blessings.
shout out from the Hot Mango Seeds to
Big
Vanessa.
Yeah, big shout out to you,
Put us on
Vanessa.
some shows too.
There you go.
Yeah, and as So just introducing us to his film side, the film world, we get to hear these wonderful names,
world,
and we look forward to seeing you grow, and blossom. So shout out to you today. And so our jewel of the day today is I'll leave you with a quote from one of my favorite authors and personalities. This is Earl Nightingale. So it's never too late for, with a purpose, a worth goal, and a motivation to reach those upper layers on the pyramid, a person can travel further in a few years than he might otherwise travel in a lifetime. And I say, on top of that, to keep driving forward because the best is yet to come. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast, and until next time, stay blessed.
Bid you adieu.
Damn right. Make sure to ring that bell, the notification. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, any social media.
Oh, wait. Soy Vingeza, soy Simia de Mango.
Ooh, okay, Latin flavor. Let's go.
Everybody go vote. Peace.
Wah. Let's go.
I got that right. I am a mango.
We could.
Hopefully it came across.
He could- he could-
Give us a lot of confidence.
You couldn't wait all week for that one.
One fist multiplied to a whole coliseum. We out here marching in the streets for a reason. It's see 'em on, take 'em off season. Yeah, it's that.